Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar's WWE returns imminent. Nick Aldis fires Drew McIntyre. The WWE pushes for AJ Lee's return after Raw. Charlotte Flair nearly suffered a horrible injury on Raw. Randy Orton shares a personal update. The WWE urged to never pair up Dominik Mysterio with a controversial star. Chavo Guerrero discusses Dominic Mysterio's rise, copying Eddie Guerrero. MJF expected back in AEW after Hollywood gigs. The WWE's massive plans for Stephanie Vaquer spoiled. LA Knight eliminated from the WWE's last time is now tournament. Let's dive right in. Nick Aldis fires Drew McIntyre. The upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown will be another show leading up to Survivor Series War Games. The company has already announced several blockbuster matches for the upcoming edition of the Blue brand, The Last Time Is Now. Tournament will kick off on the SmackDown side with Jey Uso and The Miz facing off. Additionally, the mystery opponent for LA Knight will be revealed. Major plans rumored to take place on WWE SmackDown this week. Number 1. Nick Aldis could fire Drew McIntyre after getting attacked. Last week on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre was suspended after he attacked a referee during the main event match between Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black. The latest report revealed that the suspension is part of McIntyre's upcoming storyline. So, if the Scottish Warrior still appears on the Blue brand and attacks Nick Aldis in frustration, he could be fired as part of the storyline. The National Treasure won't hesitate to take strict action against the former World Heavyweight Champion. This angle will elevate the storyline to new heights and could lay the groundwork for Aldis's in-ring return. Number 2. Joe Hendry might be revealed as LA Knight's mystery opponent on WWE SmackDown. LA Knight's mystery opponent on WWE SmackDown remains a big mystery. Considering that the Last Time Is Now tournament will feature stars who are not associated with the company, Joe Hendry could be a potential opponent. Hendry has already made multiple appearances in WWE. Even the TNA star dropped major hints regarding his inclusion in Cena's retirement tour. With all this, Joe stands a firm chance to be LA Knight's mystery challenger on SmackDown. Number 3. Jade Cargill could squash B-Fab. Jade Cargill is the WWE Women's Champion on SmackDown and is currently a heel star. The Storm will lock horns with B-Fab in the upcoming show, and it might not be good for B-Fab. Considering that Jade has strong momentum as a heel champion, the match could end with Cargill squashing her opponent. This might be done to assert her heel dominance and set up a future match with Bianca Belair. Number 4. Tommaso Ciampa could answer the US Open Challenge again. Last week on SmackDown, Ilya Dragunov put his US title on the line in an open challenge but refused to give a title shot to Tommaso Ciampa. Instead, he defeated Johnny Gargano in a match and retained his championship. After getting embarrassed last week, Tommaso Ciampa may answer the US title open challenge again on the Blue brand. This time, the Mad Dragon could finally give him a title shot, or may refuse as well. This will create buzz for the Ilya vs. Ciampa showdown for the mid-card title. Number 5. The Vision could cost Jey Uso against The Miz. The Miz and Jey Uso are set to compete in the Last Time Is Now tournament, but the Yeet Master needs to be extra careful due to the Vision. The Samoan star joined forces with CM Punk on Raw to take down the Paul Heyman group and will now be on Team Punk at the War Games match. To send an impactful message, the members of the Vision might appear on WWE SmackDown during the Jey vs. The Miz match. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed's interference could cost the Yeet Master, and he could face a post-match assault as well. The WWE pushes for AJ Lee's return after Raw. WWE pushed for AJ Lee's return to the company following this week's episode of Raw. The former Divas champion has not been seen since WrestlePalooza 2025. In September, CM Punk defeated Jey Uso to become the new World Heavyweight Champion at Saturday Night's main event earlier this month. He is currently involved in a rivalry with Logan Paul and The Vision and was confronted by the faction this past Monday night on WWE Raw. During the promo, Paul Heyman claimed that Punk's wife, AJ Lee, was unlikable, and it led to a brawl. The promotion teased Lee's return to television today on social media and suggested that she come back to take down The Vision. The AJ Mendez do us all a favor and these boys. AJ Lee and CM Punk defeated Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins in a mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza 2025. It was Lee's first match since 2015, but she disappeared from WWE television following the victory. CM Punk recently shared his thoughts on AJ Lee's surprising return to the company. Speaking on the Pardon My Take podcast, the Second City Saint disclosed that his wife was an inspiration to him. He praised her work ethic and noted that it was a dream come true for him to get to spend more time with her. She's inspirational, honestly. Her willpower, a lot of that is diet, but she's also super strong in the gym when she's lifting heavy weights, and she's busting her A all the time. I'm like the uber nerdiest wife guy. I always like to say I try to spend as much time with my wife as I can, and I spend a lot of time with her, and it never feels like it's enough. So having her be back in this environment with me at work is like a dream come true, said Punk. Seth Rollins suffered an injury during his victory over Cody Rhodes at WWE Crown Jewel and was forced to relinquish the World Heavyweight Championship last month. It will be interesting to see how long CM Punk can hold on to the title moving forward. Charlotte Flair nearly suffered a horrible injury on Raw. Charlotte Flair is one of the top stars in WWE and, until recently, was one half of the women's tag team champions. Unfortunately, on Raw, she was about to suffer a serious injury, but another major name saved her before it could happen. Charlotte Flair, In that moment, had Kairi Sane hit the dive, could have easily been seriously injured. The entire weight of Sane was about to land on her right side, where the arm was hanging, and it would have seen it fold badly. With the wrong connection, this could have led to an injury that saw her stay out of action for a very long time. Although in different circumstances, Liv Morgan suffered a shoulder injury after a bad landing on her arm, which has kept her out of action for most of the second half of 2025. Asuka saved Flair in the exact moment before Kairi Sane hit the dive. She noticed that Charlotte's arm was dangling and decided to pull it up alongside her as a reminder to the star. Flair got the hint and did exactly that, and the move was executed flawlessly. What could have ended in a dangerous injury instead became part of the match's smooth flow, as Flair and Alexa Bliss lost the tag title. While Flair, for most of her time in WWE over the last decade, has worked as a heel, she is in the middle of a big face run. Her pairing with Alexa Bliss as the We Are Not Friends team went massively over with the fans, and both stars received far more positive reactions than usual. The two stars may have just lost the titles, but it seems that Flair is still quite a babyface. Randy Orton shares a personal update. WWE legend Randy Orton recently took to social media to share an emotional personal update amid his absence from the Stamford-based promotion's weekly programming. The Viper posted photos of his family. Randy Orton last stepped inside the squared circle on the October 3rd, 2025 edition of Friday Night SmackDown, where he teamed up with Cody Rhodes to lock horns with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. In the last stages of the match, Seth Rollins showed up to hit Orton with a curb stomp, which allowed the Auxilla to hit the Apex Predator with a tsunami and take the win. Since then, the Legend Killer hasn't been seen on WWE TV. Amid Randy's absence from television, his wife Kim recently took to Instagram to share that they were on vacation in Belize with their family. Now, Orton has shared an update on his whereabouts. The Viper uploaded photos of his family on Instagram and revealed that they have returned from their vacation. He also sent an emotional message, writing that there was nothing better in the world for him than seeing his family smile and his wife happy. The Apex Predator also revealed that he and his wife, Kim, were celebrating 10 years of their marriage. Just back from vacation with family and friends. As a father, nothing better than seeing my family smile. As a husband, nothing better than seeing my wife happy. Thank you for coming with me to Belize to celebrate our 10-year anniversary, my love, he wrote. On this week's WWE Raw, CM Punk called out Logan Paul after the latter took him out with his brass knuckles last week. The Maverick came out with the Vision by his side, Jey Uso, and Cody Rhodes then came out to help the best in the world, even the odds against Paul Heyman's side. Later, William Regal and Adam Pearce made it official that Rhodes, Punk, and Uso will team up against Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul at WWE Survivor Series, War Games 2025. However, both teams still need to add 2 more stars. Randy Orton is heavily rumored to return ahead of the premium live event to join Cody Rhodes' side. Meanwhile, Brock Lesnar is expected to join the Vision's team for War Games. It will be interesting to see what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for the show. The WWE urged to never pair up Dominik Mysterio with a controversial star. Dominik Mysterio is currently dealing with the heartbreak of losing his Intercontinental Championship to John Cena this past week on WWE Raw. Amid this, veteran performer Stevie Richards has urged the company to never pair up Dominik with fellow heel Logan Paul and let them thrive on their own. Dominik Mysterio has had one of the most fascinating career turnarounds in wrestling history, as he went from a babyface who was rejected by the fans to becoming a universally despicable heel. As for Logan Paul, he has been a widely hated villain right from the beginning and continues to ace his role on Raw. Speaking on his Stevie Richards show, the former WWE star lauded both the performers and said the company the most avoid the temptation to ever pair them up. He believes the two were talented enough to succeed on their own. Here's the thing. Please don't do this, WWE. If you even watch this show, hey, you're over as a heel. Hey, you're over as a heel. They're going to put you together. Do not put Logan Paul and Dominik Mysterio together. Let them exist in their own heel universes, but they're going to do it now, said Stevie Richards. As expected, Dominik Mysterio was beyond disappointed over John Cena dethroning him as the IC champion in front of a rabid Boston crowd on Raw. Following the show, Dom made his displeasure known over the turn of events, saying Triple H cheated him by booking the impromptu title match at the show. I was cheated out there by my so-called boss Triple H, putting me there. Where is my family? Why am I doing... Despite the setback, Dominik is still in control of some valuable gold, as he's the reigning AAA mega champion. As for the IC title, it remains to be seen if he gets a shot at regaining it downline, as Cena is closing in on his retirement. Chavo Guerrero discusses Dominik Mysterio's rise copying Eddie Guerrero. Dominik Mysterio is one of the fastest rising stars today in all of professional wrestling. He has had a great 2025 as he won both the Intercontinental and AAA Mega Championships this year. WWE legend Chavo Guerrero recently showered immense praise at Dominik, even stating that he always wanted to be a Guerrero. Dominik faced Braun Breaker, Penta, and Finn Balor in a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. He screwed over his own Judgment Day teammate to win the title at the grandest stage of them all. A few months later, he also captured the AAA Mega Championship by beating El Hijo del Vikingo. In a recent interview with Bill Apter, WWE legend Chavo Guerrero discussed how fast Dominik is rising in the WWE. He stated that Dirty Dom idolized the Guerreros while growing up. As a kid, he, Dominik Mysterio, idolized the Guerreros. He always wanted to be a Guerrero. His dad's Rey Mysterio, one of the best of all time, but he wanted to be like the Guerreros. So it's pretty cool to see him actually trying to follow in those steps and kind of just using some of the lie, cheat, steal Guerrero-isms. It's pretty cool to see, he said. Chavo recently re-signed with WWE to help them out with their production of AAA. It'll be interesting to see if the two stars will interact with each other on screen now that Chavo has joined WWE again. This week's episode of Monday Night Raw was in Boston, the hometown of John Cena. Cena opened the show along with Triple H to address his hometown fans. He was interrupted by Dominik Mysterio, who claimed to be better than him. It led to Triple H announcing a title match between the two stars on the show. During the match, Dominik paid tribute to Eddie Guerrero by using his infamous chair spot by handing it to Cena. However, Cena outsmarted him by throwing the chair back at him and falling down. After an intense match, Cena hit an AA on Dominik to win his first Intercontinental Championship and complete his Grand Slam. Fans are excited to see John Cena hold another championship with only 3 dates left on his retirement tour. MJF expected back in AEW after Hollywood gigs. MJF's time away from AEW isn't lasting much longer. According to Fightful Select, the former AEW World Champion is expected to return sooner than later. Now that filming for Violent Night 2 is nearly complete, sources close to the situation revealed that while a specific date hasn't been nailed down, MJF is factored into AEW's creative plans by December. His role and frequency of appearances, however, remain unclear for now. MJF has spent the last year deep in Hollywood, taking on acting roles in Violent Night 2, Happy Gilmore 2, and The Iron Claw. His commitment to film even led him to step away from AEW entirely as production for Violent Night 2 picked up in Winnipeg. It was reported that filming was set to wrap soon. Now, with production nearly finished, MJF's return to wrestling is within sight. The report noted that MJF will be returning from Hollywood or Winnipeg sooner than later. While wrestling fans have missed his presence, MJF has reportedly taken well to the acting life. He's landed roles in Violent Night 2, Happy Gilmore 2, and The Iron Claw. He's expected to continue acting while balancing his wrestling schedule, Fightful added. Back in September, MJF dropped the CMLL World Heavyweight title to Mystico and took a hard loss to Mark Briscoe in AEW. After that match, he admitted he wasn't ready to return until he could look in the mirror and no longer see a fraud. His time away has been a mix of personal reinvention and professional evolution. MJF is currently scheduled for WrestleCade in just over 2 weeks, further signaling his return to public appearances. Whether AEW pulls the trigger on a December comeback or surprises fans even sooner remains to be seen. The WWE's massive plans for Stephanie Vaquer spoiled. WWE reportedly has major plans for Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer. The veteran successfully defended her title against the Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez this past Monday night on WWE Raw. According to a new report from Body Slam, the company has major plans for Vaquer at WrestleMania 42 next year in Las Vegas, Nevada. The report noted that the company has plans for La Primera to face Becky Lynch or Rhea Ripley at the show of shows. Becky Lynch is the reigning Women's Intercontinental Champion and will be defending the title against Alpha Academy's Maxine Dupree next week. On the Red brand, Lynch attacked Dupree backstage during this past Monday's show ahead of their title match. Stephanie Vaquer was in an alliance with Nikki Bella, but that came to an end on this week's episode of Raw. Bella turned heel and attacked Vaquer following her victory over Raquel Rodriguez. Raw star Stephanie Vaquer recently called out Rhea Ripley for a dream match on the main roster. Vaquer was called up to the main roster earlier this year following a successful stint in NXT. The 32-year-old captured the NXT Women's Championship during her time in WWE's developmental brand and also won the Women's North American Championship. Speaking with Bill Apter in an exclusive interview with Sportskeeda Wrestling, the champion called out Rhea Ripley for a dream match. She noted that it would be an honor to face the Eradicator and vowed to be a worthy opponent for the 29-year-old Rhea. It's an honor for me, and it would be my honor to face you in the ring. See you soon, because I'm saying this out loud. Someday we'll meet, and I'll take on you and be a great opponent, she said. Rhea Ripley recently missed some time due to a broken nose, but returned this past Monday night on Raw. She will be competing in the Women's War Games match later this month at WWE Survivor Series 2025 alongside Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Sky, and a mystery star. Only time will tell if Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Vaquer wind up squaring off against each other at WrestleMania 42 next year. LA Knight, eliminated from the WWE's last time, is now tournament. John Cena's final match in WWE has become one of the biggest matches of the year, and his opponent is yet to be determined. The franchise player announced a 16-man last time is now tournament to determine his final opponent, with many names already announced for the tournament. However, with the possibility of stars from outside the company being a part of the tournament as well, WWE has kept some surprise entrants in the tournament. LA Knight is among the names announced to compete, although his first-round match opponent remains a mystery. The star is set for his battle very soon, and fans have been wondering who could be Knight's mystery opponent in the first-round match. Considering the developments till now, it is highly unlikely that the megastar will make it to the second round. Let's look at a few hints that suggest his elimination. Recent reports suggest LA Knight may have some friction backstage over creative decisions and promo freedom. While not officially confirmed, these rumors have been making the rounds on the internet, and his recent booking might be in line with the rumors as well. Knight's reduced promo time and limited appearances on major segments since Crown Jewel have fueled speculation that the heat he might have backstage. With WWE seemingly cutting his TV time and segment segments following the potential backstage tension, it's unlikely the company will give him a chance to advance further in the Last Time Is Now tournament. While LA Knight versus John Cena once seemed like a dream match, WWE might be taking a different direction for the tournament's finals. After Cena's Intercontinental Championship victory, it is clear that the star will face someone who will be involved in the title picture in the coming weeks. Rumors from multiple sources suggest that Gunther will be the one to face the franchise player at Saturday night's main event, and there is no point in a showdown between LA Knight and the Ring General if the star advances further in the tournament. This is another hint suggesting the star's early elimination. LA Knight's first-round match is set to be against a mystery opponent, and that alone is a major red flag in the Team Megastar's journey in the tournament. WWE rarely builds up the hype of an unknown challenger unless it leads to a shock result. The company has hyped Knight's upcoming match on both Raw and SmackDown, creating the perfect setup for a big surprise. If WWE has a star returning for the tournament, it would make no sense to keep his identity a secret and then have the surprise opponent lose. Right after the hype the company had generated, fans will now have to wait and see who will step up as Knight's mystery opponent and what the company has in store for the megastar. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar's WWE returns imminent. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar have been rumored to return to WWE soon ahead of the upcoming Survivor Series, War Games Premium Live event. Another report has now stated that the return of the two former Paul Heyman guys is imminent in WWE. Reigns last appeared at the Crown Jewel PLE last month, where he faced Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. The Tribal Chief lost the bout after multiple interferences from Braun Breaker and his cousins the Usos. On the other hand, Lesnar made his last appearance at WrestlePalooza, where he squashed John Cena. In the latest report by Wrestling Observer Radio, it has been stated that both former champions might be returning soon. It's been rumored that Reigns will join Punk's team, while Lesnar will join Heyman's group. The men's match was to be CM Punk and Jey Uso and Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu and either Jimmy Uso or LA Knight in the final spot versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed and Brock Lesnar and Austin Theory. If Fatu is out, then it would make sense for it to be Knight and Jimmy Uso. With Rollins out, we know Logan Paul is in that spot, but nothing on television yet has indicated or teased Lesnar or Theory, but those angles would be upcoming the next few weeks. It will be interesting to see what will happen when both stars make their return. Next week's episode of Monday Night Raw is set to take place at Madison Square Garden. It is also set to be John Cena's final appearance on the red-branded show. The Garden is one of the most iconic venues in the world, and WWE always plans certain surprises for the show. WWE could have Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns return on the upcoming episode, as it's taking place in MSG. On the same show, both stars can join teams for the men's War Games match. Cena could also join the babyface team on the show. Fans are excited for next week's episode of Raw as it is building up to be a huge banger.